But like I told you, they gotta worry about what the next nigga gotta say, Zach. I've been telling you this in the last interview.
Yep.
They gotta worry about what the next nigga gotta say. They worry about how the next nigga feel. They don't want to be their own man. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm a humble with. If it got anything, like I told you, if it got anything to do with getting my mama in a bigger house or getting my niggas off this block, I'm with it. Period. Like it ain't no conversation. Like I know I lost niggas, like they lost niggas, but if they willing to accept it, I gotta accept it. It's the same way they gotta accept it. So when we see each other, we don't gotta speak. We don't gotta speak, nigga. But at the same time, if we gonna make this world better, and we trying to make it a better culture, and we want to show these people that we do got some sense, and we ain't just no dumb black mother. You feel me? Hell yeah, why not?
My nigga, that's what's up, bro.
I thought that footage was ironic because after Duck did that interview with Zach TV, Brick, Kobe, TB, Poppy, Richie Jerk, Man, him, and Zach TV were all gunned down. Now, today marks the 8th year of the death of STL Man Man, or who some people like to call STL Get Right or Can't Get Right. He actually died. He was getting food one night at a restaurant. Now, there's been a lot of speculation around his death. Some say that Melly took Can't Get Right out. Melly and one of his guys took Can't Get Right out because Can't Get Right, and this has been confirmed, Can't Get Right was the one that killed Moo Boo Crump. So people are saying Melly did it. Some people are saying TYMB did it. They've always beefed with, TYMB. They've been into it with TYMB since Tuka. You know what I'm saying? Really since before that, And then some people were saying O-Block did it, I thought that it was crazy that he got taken out how he got took out coming out of a restaurant though, literally like lacking. Rest in peace to him and rest in peace to all the soldiers that lost their life in these senseless wars, man. Getting right into the news, man. A 16-year-old was shot outside of a police station. Now, some people are saying that he was shot and then transported to the police station by an Uber or whatever. My thing is with that don't even make no damn sense. Why would a motherfucker go to the police station instead of going to the hospital,
A 16-year-old boy is in critical condition after he was shot outside of a Chicago police station. It happened just after 7 p.m. on the 7000 block of South Cottage Grove near the 3rd District Station. Police say the boy was on the street when someone fired at him. He was taken to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds.
Pause, because this might actually be helpful. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full set of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the bill card, and more. Now, paycheck advance is my favorite, but if you're focused on building credit or just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. I actually like the app myself, which is why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving away $75 to anyone who signs up using my link or scans the QR code on the screen, Street News. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign-up step, enter your information, and order your current card. After you complete these steps, you'll see the option pop up to enter my promo code, which unlocks a $75 bonus when you switch your direct deposit. So make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you don't miss it. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people like you stay more on top of their finances. And now back to regular scheduled program. People are losing their mind. If a nigga will shoot you in front of the police station, there's no hope. Y'all gotta stay cautious and y'all gotta stay dangerous. The war is on. It's hot outside. Niggas is gonna die every day. As a matter of fact, 7 people died. Just this weekend that just passed. 7 people died. And every weekend from here until about I'm going to say the end of the year, damn near, at least 5 or more people are going to die. The question is, are you going to be one of them? I make one of these videos every year. So this year, it's the same shit. Because people are still dying the same way. If a child can get hit in front of a police station, that means that niggas do not care. That's a damn near guaranteed case. Unless you're in Chicago, where somebody gets shot in front of the police station or in front of the county leaving out of the jail and they still don't know, they never know who did shit. That's why niggas do that type shit. You know, if this was anywhere else, hey, certain shit you just couldn't get away with. But in Chicago, it's certain shit that you can get away with. Like, I've always known niggas to hustle damn near in front of the police station or down the street from it. So niggas from Chicago is just different when it comes to that. They really don't care. A guy was killed in Brighton Park, man. Sitting in his car. I always tell y'all, if you want to die, sit in your car too long in Chicago. You might not even have beef. You might get mistaken for another motherfucker. If you live in a hood that's beefing with somebody and they active, you might not even be a part of that hood. This was a 40-year-old man that got shot who could have had his hands in shit, but it could have very well been somebody who really ain't had nothing to do with nothing. At this point,
tonight, a man was shot and killed while sitting in a car near 38th in California. Police say a gunman on the street approached the 40-year-old victim and shot him several times. So far, no word of any arrest.
You could be living in one of them hoods, and they could be the one that slid on somebody. And when these niggas coming through here, they not asking no questions. They not asking who you is, who you know. They shooting at the first thing that they see, whether that be man, woman, or child. Innocent, they don't care. They want to feel like they did something. See, that's one of the main things about this generation right here. It's not even about who you kill no more. It's about you killing somebody. Head inflation is crazy. So with head inflation, it doesn't matter whether you got 20 bodies on innocent people. You could have been killed 20 innocent motherfuckers, but you gonna count all of them as hats. It's niggas out here that got 5, 6 bodies and ain't killed none of their ops. Real talk. Because they kill innocents. Because they just go shoot into crowds and do shit like that. They don't care no more. At one point in time, it was about getting your man. It's not about that no more. But anyway, sitting in the car is one of the ultimate violations in Chicago. Right now, and it has been for a very long time. Sitting in your car is a no-no. You sitting in your car, you need to get about that motherfucker. The car is the wrong place to be sitting in if it ain't in the garage or in the backyard. Now, if it's in the backyard or somewhere where it's ducked off and can't no back, yeah, cool. You sitting in the car on the block is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know why y'all think y'all could live in these crime-ridden areas, these areas where guys are gang-banging, where guys are sliding, where you may be out of the loop, but you see these little niggas is active over here, and you think you can walk to the store, sit in cars, goddamn it, sit out here and do the butterfly. As far as they ops know, nigga, you one of them. That's how niggas get caught. You ain't no different from one of them. And you gonna sign up for a motherfucking suit in a goddamn box out there playing. Real talk. You cannot sit in cars, man. Rest in peace to the brother that got took out in Brighton Park. In other news, there was 2 people that got took out in Englewood, man. Now, although I don't think that these people were totally innocent, the neighborhood that they were in, they weren't having a high crime rate at this time. But again, like I said, it's hot. And niggas is just doing shit. See, it's not even about what you did to nobody no more. That's what people fail to realize. He ain't did shit to nobody. You keep hearing that. He ain't did nothing to nobody, or she was innocent, or the back, like, they don't care. They beefing with that block. When they come through there, anything that's outside is getting sprayed with the switch. I'm telling you. I ain't talking about nothing that I heard. I'm talking about something that I know. I try to talk one of these shorties off the ledge every fucking day. They crazy. Straight up. Don't become a casualty of war doing dumb shit. Standing outside is a no-no. Play them motherfucking cuts. Play them backyards. Play them back porches. Play them basements. Get you a spot somewhere, goddammit, suburbs, where y'all can sit and chill. I hate to say it, but it's a lot more people gonna die this year, man. Straight up. Y'all know what I like to say. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. And try not to get slimed out. It's your boy. I'm out.
His friends say 30-year-old Takari Wright came from a big family. They say he and his sister were shot overnight on the 6500 block of South Hermitage.
We grew up together.
Antoine Cabil says he found out Wright, his lifelong friend, died just this morning.
If you know him, you'll love him. Like, he wasn't never no person that like want to come out star and stuff or bullying people.
Police say a 31-year-old man, a 30-year-old man now identified as Wright, and a 26-year-old woman who friends say was Wright's sister were outside their Hermitage Avenue home when an SUV drove up to them and someone inside fired shots.
For victim number 2, we had a female one shot in her legs and her abdomen. She's in critical.
Dozens of police officers and paramedics were on scene investigating shortly after. Police say the suspected shooters drove away north on Hermitage and no one has been arrested. This happened to take place only about a block away from Think Around de Block. It's a nonviolence community organization here in Englewood who happened to have a very well-attended bike ride last night to fight crime. Hundreds of families, adults, and kids were able to ride the streets of Englewood last night, along with a police escort.
Kids don't get a chance to ride their bike through blocks where they're either afraid or their parents are afraid for them to ride bikes.
Patel Perkins is the executive director of Think Outside de Block. They organized the annual bike route that went through areas with the most violence in Chicago.
Historically, every time we've done this ride, according to 7th District data, there's been 0 complaints of any violent crimes in the entire 7th District.
Some people at the shooting scene last night were spotted still wearing shirts from the event. Outreach workers with the nonprofit were seen canvassing the area today as they try to get more information about the deadly shooting.
Especially for an innocent woman who had nothing to do with it, that's unfortunate.
Jason Perry with Integrity and Fidelity, another anti-violence organization, says this is likely an isolated incident, adding the family needs time to grieve.
We haven't had a lot of shootings this year, actually, and a lot of homicides, but one is too many.
In Englewood, Marissa Sulek, CBS News, Chicago.
Now, y'all know SCN TV loves some free cash, so I had to try this. And the good thing about it is, you could be in the bed, you could be at work, hell, you could be on the toilet and make money. Why not? Gas is high as hell out here, y'all. Get up to it. Either hit this QR code right here or click the link in the description.